Hello everyone, I'm Somin Das from the Finbingo team. I have with me Mr. Ajay Shah, who is an expert in insurance and mutual funds here in Finbingo.
Hello everyone.
In our last podcast, we learned how we should merge insurance with investment, but look at it as an expense and got to know the importance of term insurance. Today we have some more questions from our clients on life insurance. Let's see one by one. So Ajay, let's start.
Yes, please.
So Ajay, uh, do I need a life insurance?
Somin, not necessarily. If you have no children or dependents whom you support financially, you might not need a life insurance policy at all. Life insurance aims to provide a solution for those who seek income replacement, loan protection, and most important, to cover mandatory expenses of dependent family members. So, if someone you love is dependent on you financially, you need life insurance for sure.
Okay. So how much life insurance do I need?
To determine that how much life insurance you need, one need to look at the dependent member's financial obligations, that too immediate, ongoing, and also future expenses. These are all mandatory expenses, and compare that with your current investment or any passive source of income. Let me give you some example in each. Immediate expenses can include your funeral cost, medical bills, taxes. Then ongoing expenses such as EMI payments, utility bills, food, etc. Future expenses which may be like your children's education and tuition fees, and retirement funds for the partner. Income source can include your partner's income, savings, other assets, and investments. Considering all these incomes and mandatory expenses, the difference between the two is how much life insurance you need.
Okay. Can I save money when buying life insurance? With that, I mean, can I make my premiums lower?
Buying a basic term life insurance plan may help you pay a low premiums. Buying policy early in life, for example at the age of 20 to 30, is also a good way to ensure a lower premium and save money, as premiums stay constant throughout the policy terms. You must understand the older you are, the higher the premiums. Even the health condition that you have could increase your premiums even more or disqualify you for getting coverage at all.
Okay. But Ajay, how does the insurance company determine my premium?
Okay. The premium rates are typically based on various factors, Saman. For example, your age. The older you are, more risk you carry, which leads to higher premium. Your gender, height, weight, your health status, including whether you are not consuming tobacco or smoking. It is one of the important factor. And if you participate in high risk activity or occupation, such as army or chemical factory, this impacts your premium highly. All the above factors are used by insurance companies to determine your premium rates.
Mhm. So if I stop smoking today, will I get a non-smoker rate then?
A smoker pays normally 2 to 3 times of the premium over a non-smoker would pay. To get the best non-smoker rate, one must avoid at least 12 months before, or quit the smoking at least 12 months before. But some company might even give you a non-standard smoker's rate after 2 to 3 years only. I would suggest you quit smoking as early as possible and live a healthy lifestyle. Remember, you should never lie about your smoking habits to insurance company. It would lead to rejection of the claims.
Mhm. Few of our clients also ask that should an individual buy more than one life insurance policy?
Sure, you can, provided there is financial need for it. Buy another one only if your life insurance cover is not sufficient to cover the mandatory expenses of your family and liability you have. Or you may want to replace your current policy from the work and add term insurance only as you just have additional new member in the family. Remember, if your insurance companies allow you to increase your life cover amount in the ongoing policy, one should opt for that only, as it may reduce your paperwork and medical expenses. Important is that a person should concentrate on total death benefit amount you currently hold, that is, total sum assured, rather than how much policy you have.
Okay, thank you, Ajay. Thank you, everyone, for listening. To more in detail about life insurance, you may visit our website blogs. Links are provided in the description. In the next podcast, we'll discuss a few more queries on life insurance. Please subscribe to our channel, and in case if you have any questions, please comment below. Thank you. Thank you, Ajay.
Thank you.